Firefighting has been, in this country for centuries, but what we do realise is that the environment we operate in changes, whether it's climate change, whether it's modern methods of construction, whether it's bigger buildings, taller buildings, more complex buildings, whether it's the physiological effects on firefighters with the kit they're wearing, all sorts of changes. One of the real shames that came about from the mid-2000s with all the changes after the white paper, etc., is that any central research and development funding was taken away by government. Now, over the last year or so, certainly led by Jeff Housego in our sector improvement side, we've tried to reinvigorate that research and development so we know what we'll be doing in the future and how we will fight fires in the future. Things like the tracking of firefighters in large and complex buildings. Now, we can do it in smaller buildings, but if you've got a building that's full of concrete and steel, how do you ensure you know where your BA crew is at any one time in there? We've seen the Grenfell tragedy and fighting high-rise fires. Now, if buildings are built properly and maintained properly, we shouldn't have those same issues. But how do we do research into that? How do we do research into simultaneous evacuation? If we're going to switch from stay put to simultaneous evacuation, which we might have to do at some stage, how do we do it? That's the bit we haven't done, so that needs research. New firefighting technologies. Modern methods of building construction. We've just seen in Cheshire recently with the care home, specialised housing there, the fire rushed through the internal timber frame. How do we fight fires like that? What's the best way of doing that? We've seen Whaley Bridge and the excellent effort from our national resilience teams there, high volume pumps, Derbyshire Fire and Rescue Services, supported by other fire and rescue services. We need to maintain readiness for that change, whether it's moorland fires, whether it's flooding, whether it's other environmental, high winds, whatever. We need to maintain our readiness for that change. We now persuaded the Home Office that our work isn't just about demand, it's about risk as well. We know those risks are coming. We know those risks come from higher fire loads in modern buildings, buildings collapsing quicker, more environmental impact, how we change from stay put to evacuation, lots of research. So one of the things I'm really pushing the government to do is to support us in National Fire Chiefs Council in proper firefighting and incident research to make sure we're fit for the rest of the 21st century.